What's up, gamers? Welcome to Gamer Rant. My name's Kevin. In today's episode, Ubisoft Executive says gamers need to get comfortable not owning their games for subscriptions to take off. I don't have a crystal ball, but when you look at the different subscription services that are out there, we've had a rapid expanse over the last couple of years, but it's still relatively small compared to other models. We're seeing expansions on console as the likes of PlayStation and Xbox bring new people in. On PC, from a Ubisoft standpoint, it's already been great, but we are looking to reach out more on PC, so we see opportunity there. One of the things we see is that gamers are used to a little bit like DVD, having and owning their games. That's the consumer shift that needs to happen. They got comfortable not owning their CD collection or DVD collection. The problem with that most recent statement is of CDs and DVDs is they still produce and make CDs and DVDs. They still produce and make vinyl fucking records, which is older than CDs. In fact, something that I was talking to another YouTuber, his name's Jackal Goldkick, because we were talking about used games last night, was that the music industry is a good example of an industry that entered the digital realm first. And then what do we ultimately see? Yeah, a lot of people expanded to MP3 players, and now MP3s have basically died because they've been replaced by your phone. But the idea of the MP3 is still there. It's just on your phone. The only difference is that they still sell CDs. They still release albums. Artists still released albums on CDs. You can find new albums released on vinyl records. From hip-hop, country, to even rap. And why is that? That's because there's a market for it. It has not objectively died. It has just shifted. And I think this is probably the biggest thing that game developers need to understand is that I don't think it's about whether or not any kind of physical media is going to die or might die. I think there needs to be a balance to where there is both. The option. No one option, at least in this modern age, should be higher than the other. And I'm not talking about in terms of sales. I'm talking about in terms of availability to the consumer, because they should be given that option. Because you look at something like, okay, I don't want to go to the movie theater to go watch this brand new movie. I'm going to wait till it comes to one of the streaming services. So then you go and you watch it, and then there's the possibility you're like, oh, hey, I like that movie. I'm going to go buy it. In fact, I actually did that a couple of days ago for a movie that I watched. Point being is that we see that even in the game industry, because ironically he does talk about how gamers will play a streaming service, use a streaming service, or something like Game Pass, etc., and then they go buy the game. That's a transformation that's been a bit slower in games. As gamers grow comfortable in that aspect, you don't lose your progress. If you resume your game at another time, your progress file is still there. That's not been deleted. You don't lose what you've built in the game or your engagement with the game. So it's about feeling comfortable with not owning your game. What's your point? Because you can continue your progress. You can continue from where you left off with literally a physical fucking game. I mean, I can do this with my Blu-rays, because most Blu-ray players, even like your PlayStation 3, PS4, have this ability. If you start watching a Blu-ray, and then you take it out, and you did not finish the movie, you start playing a game. You take that game out later, and you put the movie back in, it will continue right where you fucking left off. So, they have that ability for physical media, not just in the video game industry, but literally the film industry. I still have 2 boxes of DVDs. I definitely understand the gamer's perspective with that, but as people embrace that model, they will see that these games will exist. The service will continue, and you'll be able to access them when you feel like. That's reassuring. Said no one ever, because who forgot about Ubisoft game delisted after 9 years, will soon become unplayable. Now, they're talking about The Crew right here. Ubisoft has delisted The Crew from digital storefronts and will shut down its servers on March 31st, 2024. The always online nature of the crew was heavily criticized, and its delisting further highlights concerns about an all-digital gaming future. Gamers can expect more server shutdowns in the future, which ironically gamers saw that, because if you all remember, there was also that controversy of them removing other games, shutting other services down for other games as well. In fact, they're not the only company that has tried doing this, got a lot of backlash, and then reversed on that thought process. So this idea that somehow they're always going to be there is objectively a no. At least not in our current lifetime. The owner of Larian Studio, whatever the future of games looks like, content will always be king, but it's going to be a lot harder to get good content if subscriptions become the dominant model and a select group gets to decide what goes to market and what not. Direct from developer to players is the way. Now we're going to scroll on down here because, you know, there's always a white knight for the corporations. I don't agree with this at all. Discoverability has always been an issue. If you're not an established IP or tie your games to a popular IP, Hogwarts Legacy, you're swimming for your life just like the rest. I don't see how releasing a game at full price would change that. And what is your argument exactly? Because objectively, you have no argument. How is a developer, indie or otherwise, and their game is not being found, it's not being known, how is that the fault of other gamers or other publishers and developers, because that company who owns whatever game they're trying to put out there and can't be found that easily, what is that? That is objectively the fault of the developer and or publisher for the lack of marketing. You can sit here and try to twist this to fit a narrative for the corporations, but at the end of the day, that's what this comes down to, is that it's not the job of other publishers or developers. It's not the job of streaming services for games or otherwise to get a game, a book, a movie known to the public. It is the job of the goddamn creator. That is basic business 101, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about shoving that corporate dick down your throat, dude. Not to mention having shit for brains. Anyway, gamers, that's all I have to say on this topic. Hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. And remember, gamers, if you're not voicing your thoughts and concerns about the bullshit in gaming or them white knight corporate dick suckers, you just might be, well, a white knight corporate dick sucker. See you in the next video.